Hi and welcome to my playhouse. And today it's my birthday. Yeah, happy me. As I'm kind of single and everything, well, so the biggest contributor to my birthday presents is me. And I don't have to ask anyone for permission. So I'm gonna get myself a new computer. Already has some parts for it right here, as you might be able to see. This started like a couple of weeks ago when I was out filming with Asus. You have already the Lenovo ThinkCentre SR630. I did another video, you'll be getting that this week. But I was talking to the nice dude Stefan out there, and he just happened to have a nice CPU laying around that he was not gonna be using for anything. And he thought that I should put that to good use. Probably he was thinking about me using it in a server, and I probably also will do that, but I thought that I might just upgrade my home computer here and try this CPU. And well, it's a couple of years old, but it's an Intel Xeon, can I read this? E5-2687W version 4. This is an awesome CPU. It's a 12-core CPU and it runs at 3 GHz. So with that, I thought it's time to upgrade the old computer. It's not as if I need it, because I really don't do anything particular demanding on my computer here. What I do, I start the computer, I surf a little bit, and I do a remote desktop up to my server racks, and I work on the servers. And you might have seen that I've already gotten 2 very awesome Intel Xeon 2690 version 2 up there. Those are 10 cores, so actually this is 2 generation newer and it has 2 extra cores. So this one is actually better than the ones that I have in the server up there. But at present time, I do actually not have a server that is new enough to be able to use this. So, my dear patrons, you don't know this yet, but you gave me this. Thank you very much for the awesome birthday present. Together with all the people that has been using Amazon.co.uk in the United Kingdom, because I bought this on Amazon in the UK. And I had a little bit of money there. That it's the affiliate links that I usually use. Also, sometimes there are links for the UK. So this is a system board or motherboard that will do that CPU. And I have to change a lot of stuff to get this up and running. Maybe we should go see what I have down here. It's an old one. So down here on the floor, under the desk, is my computer. I've had this for many years. Oh, it's heavy. And yeah, I did take a cloth down here so I could make it a little bit prettier. But I want to use the same case. I actually do like this case. Not that there's anything specifically cool about this case, but well, I don't like changes that much. So I'm gonna change what's inside it and keep the appearance. I actually have a logo from my computer party. Twice a year, me and a lot of buddies, we have a computer party. It's called Brainbug. I have done videos from there, and that's next week. Next week is another version of Brainbug, and actually something really fantastic happened. Me and my cousin was in Germany buying supplies for this computer party, and out of the blue, I think Alexander came up and said hi, and he saw my channel, and he was building a battery bank because of my videos, or at least he said that he was watching my videos and was doing a battery bank. That's the first time that has ever happened, that someone comes and says hi and says that they are watching my videos. I have met up with people in London a couple of years ago that also was watching me, but I kind of announced that I would be there, so that was another thing. So yeah, let's go inside and see what's in there. So there's 2 fingers. There's one. Now there is. It's nothing special. It's kind of a. Whoa! It didn't look this dusty this morning. I actually have a old version 2 of the i7. It's an i7-2600K processor that is in here. The K means that it can be overclocked. I have never used that. I have never overclocked the CPU, even though the system board and everything would be able to do it. Well, I've never needed to. Now I'm getting a new one, and it's not because I need to. I have a graphics card here. That's some kind of an AMD one that I bought. I'm pretty sure I did a video when I got this graphics card. Got it because I got two new 4K screens, and I needed a graphics card for those, and I got that one. Everything is so dusty in there. I should really I should have some compressed air here. That would have been great. That's probably not gonna happen. So I'm not gonna take it apart right now. I'm gonna check if I have everything. I don't have a fan blower for the new CPU, so I need to measure how big that can be. This chassis here, cabinet, is not that big, so I need to measure how much room that fan blower can take up out here. And yeah, let's see the new motherboard, shall we? So I got this today, and I haven't had it open, so we're gonna go into it. It's an ASRock X99M Killer 3/3.1 series. ASRock. It's probably what you say when you call up the help desk. How is the motherboard behaving? ASRock. They kind of have an okay. I have never had any problems with an ASRock. I must admit I haven't had an ASRock for a very long time. The one that I have in there is an Asus motherboard. So there's a manual here with a lot of good cable connections. Then there's a split something that's for online gaming, CD-ROM, BIOS drivers, another manual, a couple of cables, a SATA cable and a power cable or something. Then we have a gaming, those to connect to one of those thingies to connect to graphics cards. I never game, so that's not really my thing. That's the back plate for it. Yes, that's gonna fit okay. And here is the system board. It's nicely packed in a. Oh, in this is nice. Pretty cool. So there is 4 slots for RAM. There is the CPU socket right there. Very nice. We're gonna put in the CPU, and then I have to go out and buy the CPU cooler to put on top of this. Just need to measure how many centimeters I have, how big a CPU cooler I can put on here. It's a little bit difficult because this CPU is it's kind of a beefy bastard. It's an I don't think this is the it is the box for it. It can use 160 watts, so it's not the smallest cooler that I have to put on there. So I have to go out and get something. I'm hoping for something that can cool 160 watts. That would be nice. Maybe even I could try out some overclocking if I really wanted to. I don't need to. This is way faster than I need. So what do we have? We have some USB 2 connectors and PS2 connector. We have a little button here. Wonder if that will probably be in the manual what that is. Another 2 USB 2 connections. We have an eSATA connection. Isn't that? Yeah, eSATA, external SATA connection. We have 2 network ports. Are they alike? There's a Intel Gigabit Ethernet, and then there's a killer E2200 gamer network. What the hell does a gamer network do? I have no idea. Okay, and then there is I think it was 8.1 audio. Yeah, I am gonna be using my stereo headphones, that's fine. And we have some extra power here. We have a lot of connections, a COM1 connector, HD power connector, USB 6 and 7, and a lot of connections for the system board, for the on-off switches are there. A lot of SATA connections there. There are 10, 11. Oh, there's, what is that? That's a SATA E connector. Okay. But 10 SATA connectors, power connector, USB 5 and 6. Oh. Something is... What is that? Some little screw. I think that might be for the M.2 connector. That goes here. So I can put that in. It's out of the way for a little bit. I have to go get an M.2 NVMe drive for it. I do have one at my PlayHouse, but as I'm going out to get that cooler, I might just get another M.2 NVMe drive. I don't need very much, I just need it for the operating system, so a small one would be just fine. So that's a system board. Let's try and place that CPU, shall we? CPU. Let's not break this, shall we? Is this like a server board? It is. So we take that up, and we put that down, and we have this socket there. Okay, and then we take the CPU out of the box. It has... What? Has this never been opened? It has never been opened. It still has the security seal and everything. Huh, amazing. No stock cooler for that one. Brand new, apparently. I thought that this would have been something that they had gotten returned from a test or something. So we're gonna put that in. We have to put it in the right way. As this is the model, it's the version 4. The Intel Xeon E5-26 some series. The version 1 and 2 is like more of a square CPU. From the 3 and 4, they got these ears here on the CPU. It's very handy for picking it up with. So how does it... There's an arrow here, so that might correspond with something on the CPU. We have an arrow there. That goes... I think it goes this way. Let's just check with the legs. Yeah, I think that's correct. Goes in like that. Yes. And then this goes down on top of that. Get rid of this. And we lock it into place. So, CPU is on. So, that looks awesome, right? Okay, I'll do some measurements and find out what CPU cooler I can put on this. I'll estimate that the new CPU is about the same height. The surface where I'm going to be cooling it is the same height as the CPU down there, and therefore the circuit board is also the same height as down there. So if I take a ruler and put it down on the surface on the PCB down there, and then measure how many centimeters that is off there, we get 15 centimeters down to the PCB. Then we have this thing which is bended outwards, and that is about, let's see how much that is. That's 2 centimeters. So we have about 17 centimeters minus, let's say 1 cent. Yeah, about 1 centimeter. How much is that? That's 15 plus 2 minus 1, so it's 16 centimeters. So I'm gonna be using this computer to find the new cooler, so we'll put it back together for a little bit. I think I will leave the screws out though. I also found a filter in the bottom of it, that was really dirty, so I cleaned that one too. I have cleaned this PC. I have brought it to the computer party sometimes, and then I brought it to my PlayHouse to give it a good go with the air compressor. Okay, I am back from shopping, and I got one of these. It should be able to do the right socket. It's 2011 V3, that's the socket that I have down here. And this should be able to cool the CPU, okay. I couldn't really find how much wattage it's able to cool, although there is a lot of information on the box. They don't really brag about that. I thought that I saw somewhere that this was all good, but yeah, I kind of took it for the height. I think it will fit in my computer. I have already fucked up. I bought this system board thinking that, ooh, we have an awesome NVMe drive here, and it turns out that this is only an M.2 SSD, which makes this Samsung 500GB 970 EVO. It needs an expander card for that. I put in a memory block so that I can see if it will fit with the memory block. See how. Yeah, let's get the cooler out of the box. Let's see how this works. This is way outside of what I normally work with. Oh, we have a box. We have a fan here. We have another thingy. We have another fan. And we have a lot of metal here. Holy fuck, it's big. This should be 15.4. What did it say? 15.45 centimeters tall. I sure hope that will fit in there. Otherwise, I'm screwed. I will figure this out and show you what I did. Okay, so there's actually a nice drawing up here that tells me how to do this stuff. So first I put in some small screws with a hole in it, so it's kind of a screw and a bolt in one. So I have mounted those. That's the silver things that are sitting here, and then on top of those I have to mount these plates that goes on top of that, and they're mounted with these screws. So yeah, it came with a screwdriver, big long one. Awesome. Okay, that's in. Then we're actually almost there. We just have to put on some of this very nice thermal gel that came with it. Let's just use that. Otherwise I would have to go get some in the car. I really can't be bothered, and I'm gonna do exactly as I used to do with server CPUs. So one in the middle here. Okay, that's not exactly what I used to do. We'll move that around a bit. What a mess. What a mess. Okay, the CPU cooler is like, it's not, you can see this one is here and the cooler is up here, so it's kind of on an angle there, and it has these two screws that has to screw down into these brackets that I just mounted. So, and there is actually a screw hole. That's why that screwdriver is so long. That goes down here to tighten that. There's also one that goes down and tightens another thingy. I have to decide if I want it to go that way or if I want it to go that way. And as all of the connections are over here, and I'm probably gonna be messing most with the board down here, I think I want to go that way. First I have to peel off this plastic thing here. Peel off before installation. That's a really good idea. So now we can mess with the cooling compound down here. And tight. So now that's on there. Cool. I think I need to pop in some more memory to so I don't have to mess down there. So memory has been mounted. These are 16 GB blocks, DDR4 RAM. I believe they're unbuffered. I hope so, otherwise this might not work and I'll not be able to get this up and running today. It comes with these two fans, which should be really quiet. I hope that's true. They have rubbery material to reduce the vibrations and stuff. And this is the system board, and all of these connections are going to go out the back. So I want this, or I was just about to call it a server. I want my PC to draw air in from the front, which will be over here, and blow it out the back, so that air will be gone as fast as possible. I want it to go that way, and I don't know if you know this, but on these fans, let's see where they put it. Oh yeah, that's gonna be difficult. Does that show? There is a arrow. There is an arrow that shows that the fan goes this way and that it blows the air that way. So it needs to go on like that. And there is two connections on the system board that these cables has to go down into. They are down here. And it just happens to say fan 1 and fan 2. That's awesome. Although fan 1 has 4 connections and fan 2 has only 3 connections. So I might have to use this thingy that they supply. That's also for 4 connections. Oh, fuck it. Okay, I'll mount those. Okay, that's one big motherfucker of a cooler. I hope it fits in there. Okay, so I'm about to take my PC apart. It's never nice. It might be days before you get this up and running again. I thought that I was gonna be stealing some Wi-Fi at some point, so I got a really good Wi-Fi network card to put in here. Never used that for anything. I'm in the basement and I couldn't get to any Wi-Fi down here, so that was a broken plan. It was mostly because my internet was so bad and I just needed some good Wi-Fi to upload some YouTube videos. This has never been out since the day I put it in there. Okay, 4 gigabytes of RAM. I believe that's an 8 gigabyte of, yeah, 4 gigabyte and an 8 gigabyte. I'm so tempted to blow at it. Should probably not. Don't want all of that dust around in here. I have this spinning disc in here. I'm gonna get rid of that as well. Don't want that. It's an old 500 gigabyte Western Digital. I haven't been using that for anything for quite a while. And then I have a Samsung SSD in here. I thought it was something else. Samsung Evo. I forget what that could be. 250 maybe. Trying to clean it a little bit here. I'll put the new one in. Okay, quite a bit later and a lot of messing around. The system board is in there. Graphics card, which I found out is an AMD 480 something. It's on a tiny little label down there. I remember buying it because I needed a good graphics card for my video rendering, and it turned out that my video editing program was too old to take this graphics card into use, so it's totally overkill, just like the rest of the system. So cool. I did test this just, oh, that one sticks down there. Go back in. And this will fit. Again, it's kind of, it touches the fan up here a little bit, so I need to be a bit careful when putting on the back panel. So I think we'll wait with these screws. I would guarantee that I've forgotten something. Okay, ready to try this for the first time. It turns on. Oh, we have something there. Okay. So it's not completely dead. Whoa, that's small. Okay, so it's actually booting Windows. I haven't done anything. I had to press F1 for it to continue, then it booted once again, and now it's trying to load Windows. And as Windows has just gotten a brand new computer and more or less it's only the hard drive that it would recognize, it's probably gonna be complaining quite a bit. Okay, this was pretty easy. Windows started just right up. I don't know, I might have to go and install a lot of drivers. I'm not gonna bother right now. I checked the internet connection, came right up. All my files and stuff is right where they used to be. But it sees the 12 cores here and the 12 hyperthreading, so there is a total of 24 cores. Before I had 8, so this is 3 times as many. Awesome. I downloaded this CPU set here. That should be able to tell me something about the CPU. So here that is. It pulls up a lot of statistics about the CPU. It knows what it is, it knows how many watts it draws, but it also shows me what the core frequency is, and I believe somewhere there's a temperature as well. Motherboard. It knows the motherboard. Very nice. Cache. Graphics. Oh, it sees it's the RX 480 graphics card. Awesome, thank you. Bench, we can do a benchmark on it. But I downloaded Cinebench for that, so let's run that. Let's see if we can beat that 1200. I do hope so. Wonder how long this is gonna take. Okay, we got a score of 1998. I forgot to test the old CPU before I took out the motherboard. So I went and I did a bit of Googling there. The old system board and processor would score about 1000, just over 1000. So I have gotten double the performance in Cinebench, or double the number in Cinebench. So awesome. So it's my birthday. I got a new computer and I got some other parts, like this Evo drive. I need an adapter. I have one of those in my PlayHouse. I actually have 4, and they were out of stock in the computer store where I went to buy this. But yeah, thank you very much. Oh, remember to wish me happy birthday in the comments below. That would be awesome, and give this video a like. It works. I got 12 cores in my home computer. I have nothing to use them for, so please give me a like. And that's about it. Thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so that you can see me again, and have a really nice day, like me. Bye bye.